So it is day 26 and I have no idea what to talk about. I haven't had anything throughout my day really flag up as something that I wanted to write down. There was something nice happened at the gym today. As I was leaving, I was talking to Kenya and she was like, how's everything going? I said, really good. I said, I'm starting to, not miss a day, and I'm starting to feel like I'm getting somewhere. And I kind of showed my arm and she's like, oh my God, yeah, you can see that you're starting to get a bit of definition. And I've noticed certain things, feeling better. So that was nice. But yeah, I don't really have anything sort of burning to talk about. I'm off work tomorrow, which is nice. Gonna have a day to kind of maybe pamper myself a little bit. Yeah, it's just another day that, I've managed to manage my way through really successfully. No major highs or lows to talk about, which is amazing. Oh God, I'm so stuck. It's actually quite nice to be at a stage now where my mind's not over flooded with things. Your brain isn't like constantly ruminating over certain things and asking questions and, trying to, think of answers to things that you'll never get answers to. My brain is now getting to a stage where it's just accepted what is, and I don't want to dismiss how days like this, where I've been able to kind of like stay at quite a stable mood, and I don't want to dismiss these days as kind of like, oh my God, I've not had this epic high that I need to talk about, and I've not had this terrible low that I need to register to make sure I'm learning from it. Like, it's quite nice to just have a day where everything's kind of just happened. You've handled yourself well, you've managed your you've managed everything that you've come into really well. Conversations you've had, you've just, everything is just gone really nicely today. Let's have a think. Is there any quotes that have stuck out today? Let's have a look. Your activity. I never know when the blinds are moving, whether it's the cat or the wind now. There we go, just a funny one, because like I said, today has been pretty ununique in any way, but it's been pleasurable. This quote is, some days I amaze myself, other days I look for my phone while I'm holding it. Yeah. Oh God. Let's have a think. What's something I've learned today? Okay, so it was not something I've learned, but I shared some knowledge today with some team members, and it was to do with job titles at work. So it's actually considered fraud to like lie about your job title on your resume. And we have some issues at the moment where a department within the company I work for have decided to create a blanket job title for all the agents working in that area. And I don't think they understand the implications of that. Like, a job title is, you know, reassurance for a customer that they are speaking to someone of a certain level, you know, or of a certain title to be able to perform that task. And it's, yeah, I kind of raised in a meeting we had today and just kind of said, you know, I know some of us don't think this is a huge thing if they're just tweaking what their job title is, but if you were to lie on a resume when applying to a company, it is fraud. So for an organisation to tell their staff to call themselves something they're not, is no different. If anything, you know, that's... So yeah, I shared that knowledge with the people that I was in the meeting with, and everyone was kind of like, oh, I didn't know that. And I'm like, but, you know, I have to appreciate that I'm lucky to have been brought up with two parents that had a huge amount of common sense and were really good in kind of passing that on to me and teaching me things and making me curious, keeping me curious about things. You know, whenever I come across a problem, I always try and kind of dig in to find out what that entails, what that problem, like, I've got quite an investigative mind, which I really love about myself. It's a blessing and a curse, because if my intuition is off, then I will dig until I find, you know, essentially not what I'm looking for, but, you know, I'm very good at, you know, finding things that people think have hidden from me. So in my personal life, like I said, it can be a blessing and a curse, but in work, you know, if I'm presented with a problem, I want to kind of go away and investigate that fully and understand it and kind of consume it to the point where, you know, for me, I've always believed that knowledge is power. If you know something about something, you can be strong in yourself to kind of talk about that subject, or to, you know, you can be confident that you know about that subject if you have to talk about it. So yeah, that was kind of some learning that I sort of shared. So that was quite nice. Something I'm happy about. I'm happy that I've got tomorrow off. I woke up this morning again feeling pretty, like I woke up about 4:30 and looked at the time and it was still quite dark in the room, and I was like, hell no. So I put my phone back down and rolled over and went back to sleep. And then I woke up and it wasn't that much lighter, and I picked my phone up again. I was like, oh, I bet it's only about 5:30, and it was, you know, quite close to me starting work. And I was like, oh. And I could have very easily have just put my phone back down again and rolled over and gone back to sleep. So I'm really looking forward to being able to, if the same happens tomorrow, to be able to do that. It's a bank holiday weekend, so most people that I work with are off on Monday, whereas I've chosen to have the Friday off because, as much as I love my team, I do get a lot more work done when there's less people because I have less distractions. So I always try, and when it's a bank holiday weekend, so that I get a 3-day weekend as well, I'll always try and take the Friday, as most people will always take the Monday, the bank holiday. So yeah, I'm happy that I've got tomorrow off and I can just have a little pamper, have a little, you know, not have to get up if I don't need to in the morning. I don't know why I seem to be sleeping really heavy these last few days, but who knows. My gratitude today is for, what am I grateful for? was it? There was something when I went, like, I left the gym and I was on my walk and I was like, oh, something happened, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be my gratitude for the day. No, it's gone. No, I can't remember. So I am going to say I am grateful for it's crazy because I look around my room and I'm like, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful I've got that. I'm looking at the lights and I'm like, I'm grateful I've got electricity, grateful I've got a bed, grateful I've got, you know, a fridge, I'm grateful I've got a laptop, and grateful I've got a phone. I'm like looking around my room and there isn't anything that I'm not grateful for, but I don't want it to just be like, you know, I want to be able to really focus on something. I'm grateful for, wow, this is a pretty shit journal entry, Stacey. It's a good job only you watch this, because I would have definitely switched off by now. I am grateful that I am still showing up for myself every day and still recognizing the huge wealth of things in my life to be grateful for. You know, the things surrounding me in this room, my health, my body changing as I'm, you know, going to the gym. I'm feeling stronger. I'm noticing changes in my skin. I'm noticing changes in, you know, my sleep. I'm grateful that I have continued to show up for myself, and I'm grateful for my body that has carried me through every obstacle I've ever overcome in my life. You know, I think at all the miles my feet have walked and all the places around the world I've visited. I'm grateful for all the memories that my eyes have seen, and all the sounds, and all the, you know, the beautiful foods I've tasted, and how my body heals if I, you know, if I cut myself, how it heals. I'm grateful that I was persistent in pursuing something that has allowed me to come off 12 prescription medications over the last, I'd probably say over the last 6 years. I've managed to wean myself off medicines that the doctors were prescribing for ailments that they said were lifelong illnesses. And, you know, I'm grateful that I've believed in my body enough to be able to overcome those things, and it has. So yeah, I'm great. My gratitude today is for this beautiful vessel that houses my soul, that carries my beautiful heart, that is still full of so much love, and is ready to share that with everyone I encounter in my journey. I'm grateful for my rickety old skull that my little peanut brain knocks around in, and, you know, my eyes are housed in, that have seen some of the most amazing things and some of the most, you know, heartbreaking things. I'm grateful that, yeah, that I chose this vessel to come and experience this journey in, because it's been good to me, and I'm giving back to you by making you stronger and fitter and appreciating you, because without you I can't get to the things that I want to do. So I can't take my mind and my soul and my spirit to the places that it needs to go without a healthy vessel. So I'm grateful that my body adapts to the things that I do to it, you know, good and bad, and it's seen me through all my days. So yes, that's my gratitude. So I'm going to title today's journal entry as boring. Because it is, it's so boring. Even I'm bored. But I don't want to miss a day, even if I haven't got anything, because these days are just as important. These days remind me that with every excess high and every excess low comes a day where you're just, yeah, it's just an extra day closer to your goals. So yeah, I love you. I'm proud of you, Stacey. You've not given up. You're still going strong. There's only been one real day, maybe 1.5 days that you've thought about, you know, what's the point of this? But you've looked back and seen the progress you've made in the last 26 days and the last 22 days at the gym, and you know why you're doing this, because this is an opportunity for you to log this journey, this momentous journey that you are on. And I have full confidence that you'll be watching this in a year's time in a totally different space. Mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, emotionally. Like, you've got so many exciting things ahead of you that you can't even begin to imagine. And I can't wait to start journaling about those. So on these days, just enjoy the calm. And yeah, just keep going. Like I said, I love you. I'm proud of you. You're doing amazing. Don't give up. Everything will happen when it's supposed to. Just trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in your abilities, trust, and just let it go. Just release any expectations. What is yours will find you. So yeah, that's it. Awkward. I just paused there and I was like, what am I supposed to do now? So yeah, apologies to anyone that has actually watched this and got to the end. You're a fucking psycho if you're sat watching this, because I would have fallen asleep or switched off by now. But yeah, Stacey, keep going. You got this, girl. You are something special. Don't ever let anyone ever make you feel like you're not. And always, always stay kooky.